started, and we are underway from Cowboys Stadium. Saints will start from the 20-yard line. First and 10 from the 20. Breeze under pressure, stays on his feet, and then throws it away. Mark Ingram in the backfield on second down. It's Ingram, the former Heisman Trophy winner, and he gains 3, so Saints must get to the 30-yard line. And they do, as the catch is made for a first down without their fullback, Jed Collins today, so Thomas will see action at that position. This is Sproles, puts a move on Spencer, and picks up another New Orleans first down
here during the course of the game to make a play here and there, but they've got some good foundational defensive players.
Playboy returning from the concussion. This is Ingram, and he's able to gain 5 defensive starters on injured reserve. So a number of new faces. This is Thomas, and it's Anthony Spencer who makes the tackle. Bunch formation to the right. Breeze looking to throw on third down, and the catch is made. Good second effort by Thomas, and he picks up a Saints first down. To sit in as an extra blocker. Thomas the lone back. Breeze with time to the outside. It's Colston, and the ball knocked free out of bounds. Play of the drive for the Saints. First and 10 from the Dallas 18 off the fake to Thomas. Breeze can't find anyone. Throws it away. Second and 10. Breeze does a 360. Cuts away from Spencer. There are 2 penalty flags as Breeze throws it out of bounds.
Got up to the helmet of Drew Brees.
Freshman to face mask, 93. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Now Eric Olsen shifts into the backfield. This is Ingram. Hop step. And then into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Very, very small hole open up. He explodes through it. He's patient. He's patient. Now he bursts through for the touchdown.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Games for Mark Ingram, who celebrated a birthday on Friday, turned 23.
Just have to win out and have Dallas and Washington go 1-1 down the stretch.
As far as the division, but the Giants do make the playoffs if they win each of their last 2 games. This is Wayne Harris on the return for the Cowboys. Dallas starting from their own 24-yard line as Romo swings it out to DeMarco Murray. Wow. He just bowls over. Murray gained 5. Now second and 5. It's Murray again. Up the middle, picks up a Cowboys first down out to the 5 in a row. Following a 3-6 start. Romo's pass is caught for a first down. It's Dez Bryant to midfield. Bryant has been spectacular.
Miles Austin and Jason Witten work in the field.
From midfield, play action. Romo backs it up, still looking, then swings it out.
Who was on IR earlier this year.
Saints defense ranked 32nd, that's last in the league, but playing better as of late as Austin 3. Witten in the slot. Romo spins, and he's down back at the 49. Here's Brian Moorman, the longtime Buffalo Bill, signed to replace Chris Jones in late September. Darren Sproles calls for the fair catch. Back at the 9-yard line, along with Thomas. Darren Sproles. Not much. Breeze on the slant, and it's caught, taken for a first down by still very much in the hunt. Play action on first down. Breeze swings it out. Devery Henderson unable to make the catch. Corner here at Arlington. 3 wide receiver set. Late handoff to Sproles, and he gets tripped up by Sterling Moore. And the play is blown dead.
Ball start, number 74, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Times during this game.
Now third down and 14. Saints must get to the 31. They set up the screen. And Sproles breaks free. He's close. It will depend on the spot. For 3 on third down today. Breeze fires over the middle. Another drop. This time it's Colston. And now Colston. Olsen shifts into the backfield. This time Colston makes the catch. Claiborne could not bring him down alone. Sims. Full house backfield. And trying to work his way through is Ingram. He does.
That's one of the big challenges this year for the Saints, too. They have not controlled the flow of the game like they're doing up until this point today during the course of the season on a regular basis.
On 2nd and 8, play is blown dead.
False start, number 80, offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Jimmy Graham.
Still it is.
Breeze on 2nd down and 13 to the outside of the catches made by Graham. Boys only 6. From the Dallas 48, it's Sproles. Sproles up the middle to the 43-yard line. From the 43 on 2nd down. Breeze dumps it off to a wide open Thomas. And Pierre Thomas, first quarter. Impressive display by the New Orleans offense. Ingram stays on his feet. Some more missed tackles. Probably shoved out of bounds to the 14th play. As time winds down here in the first quarter. Ingram up the middle. And he is wrapped up, forced back by...
Fast as anything they want to do.
This is Ingram. Not looked like he got there. He's hit his last 8. This is a 36-yard attempt. And Hartley's kick is no good. Wide to the left. Ball drops into the shotgun. On first down, DeMarco Murray. Murray out to the 31. 8-5. And Austin in motion. Romo throws, and it's Bryant. What a catch. Patrick Robinson thought. From the 42 on first down. Off the play fake. Romo going deep for Bryant. He makes the catch and walks it in for a touchdown. 58 yards from Romo to Bryant. For Bryant, his 11th touchdown this season, his first in the first half. Bob Hayes and Terrell Owens, the last to do it back in 2007. Cowboys tie the game at 7. This is Pierre Thomas on the return, and he is brought down shy of the 15-yard line. Well, the Eagles got out to a 7-0 lead. Redskins with a field goal. Here in Arlington, a 7-7 game.
Both plays was unbelievable. The 3rd and 1, New Orleans has been unstoppable. They stopped that, the missed field goal, and then the big pass play to Dez Bryant, and momentum.
Saints must get to the 24 as Breeze throws, and it's Lance Moore.
Don't worry about the deep ball in that situation. Play the change.
From the 25, it's Ingram. Ingram hard to bring down. He's out to the 32. There is a flag.
Holding, number 85, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's on Guilty. Aaron Sproles. Sproles out to the 23, another flag. Again, it's against
Holding,
the Saints.
Number 64, offense. At the distance to the goal, still first down.
That's outstanding. The strafe penalty. It is now first down and 27. As Breeze throws it into the ground. Faces second down and 27 back at their own 8-yard line. And they'll keep it on the ground with Thomas. And he loses yardage. Sproles. Sproles cuts to the outside, but not nearly enough. Up last week, today's his 28th birthday. He's on the sidelines. Terrific kick by Morstead, returning home. Played at SMU. Grew up in the Dallas area. Paris Takes it out to the 25 in Landover, Maryland. Cowboys start from the 25-yard line. DeMarco Murray, a couple of flags are thrown as Murray stays on his feet and gains 9, but there are 2 flags.
That was all him, and that's the style that he plays with.
Offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Oh, Darrell, that's the full on the last series. First down and 20, the toss to Murray. Murray out to the 19, Jonathan Casillas. Second down and 15. Romo to the outside with Bryant with a hard hit at the end of the play. Third down and 9. Cowboys must get to the 35. And they do. It's the first catch today. On first down, it's Murray. Down to Hall, takes it out to the 42-yard line. 6. 2 tight ends set. Romo to Bryant again. He breaks free. And Des Bryant will take it all the way for his second touchdown today. Again, like the first one, 58 yards. For the second time, Romo to Bryant for a 58.
To that finger, and Jason Garrett told us he walked into his office the first day when he was told what had to happen. He goes, "Don't worry, coach, I'm coming out." He had tears in his eyes telling Jason Garrett. Ball's on the ground.
Lost the football, and it looked like Bailey recovered. Now there is a flag. The question is, was Cadet ruled down?
The Cowboy player down.
So Cadet was ruled down. Alex Albright is down.
Return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Been decided late November. Breeze looking downfield on first down, and the catch is made by Colston. Over 200 yards of offense here in the first half. The toss to Sproles, and he breaks free and is close. From the 42, off the play fake. Breeze checks it down to Mark Ingram. Breaks away from DeMarcus Ware. And is finally tackled by Dan Connor. 4 minutes remaining, second quarter. Colston on the slant. Saints pick up a first. 2 wins. They'll host the Cowboys next week. Breeze sets up the screen. This is Thomas. Thomas able to get by Connor. And he's finally wrestled down. Play clock now at 5. Breeze on second down to Colston. He has another first down. Sensabaugh. Breeze will try and take advantage. On first down, this is Ingram. And Ingram shoved out of bounds. Bottom left of your screen. Second down and 2. Breeze, a pump fake. Now looks left. Breeze throws. It is broken up. And then Hatcher to Hull. Third down and 1. Breeze throws, broken up. Beautiful play by Popenga. Play clock winding down. 4th and 1, penalty markers as Breeze throws, and the catch is made by Colston.
Offside, number 93. Defense in the neutral zone at the snap. That penalty's declined. First down.
Maintain possession.
So if it is not ruled a catch, the Saints would then take the penalty.
Yeah, great point, Kenny.
It was initially declined.
After reviewing the play, the receiver did not maintain possession going to the ground. So it's an incomplete pass. We have offsides, number 93 of the defense. That penalty will be accepted. It'll be first down.
School at Texas Stadium in 96 as well. First and 10 from the 18-yard line as Breeze dumps it off, and Thomas takes it all the way down to the Cowboys' 2-yard line. First and goal from the 2-yard line as Ingram tries to bounce it to the outside. Tyrone Crawford with the initial hit, lost 4 yards on the previous play. Breeze looking, he throws, nice soft touch, and Lance Moore dives in for the touchdown. TD pass. Hartley the extra point. Studio.
Yeah.
Wade Harris back deep for the Cowboys. Will take an 8. Couple of quick strike drives for Romo Bryant and the Cowboys offense. Witten with his second catch today, 99th. Witten motions to the slot, so it's Ogletree matched up against Greer. Romo does a 360 and then throws it out of bounds. Here's one, if need be. Well, the clock will stop. Pitt will not need to use a timeout. Pass
right before half, so we'll have to drive as much.
That drive goose took only 15 seconds off the clock. Fair catch.
This team could have some confidence from that game and the plan that he put in place.
Reeves over the middle to Sproles. He's across midfield. Stays on his feet inside the 30 and finally down at the 25-yard line. 44-yard catch and run by Sproles. Reeves on first down, and Colston bobbled it and then was able to make the catch.
The ball was snapped prior to that.
Prior to the ball making, ready for play. We'll go back and put 30 seconds on the clock.
So again, to start the clock following that 4th timeout. Reeves over the top at Sproles, and a nice tackle by Connor. Reeves from the shotgun. Steps up, dumps it off to Sproles again. Heading for the sidelines, can't get out. He's down at the 19-yard line. So Reeves must go to the sidelines or the end zone. He's looking. He throws to the end zone, knocked down by Claiborne. 3rd down. 37-yard attempt. Chase Daniel places it down, and Hartley's kick is good. He missed. Cowboys will get the ball first here in the 3rd quarter. On the run, it's Harris, and he loses the football. Wade Harris never had control, and now the officials will try and get to the bottom of that pile. 2nd quarter. So Romo and the Cowboys go to work from the 24-yard line. This is DeMarco Murray, who carried the ball only 4 times in the first half with the 2 touchdown passes to Bryant. On 2nd and 5, off the play fake. Miles Austin, who makes the catch for a first down out of the play clock at 2. Cowboys get the snap off in time. Romo with time. There is a flag far side of the field. Catch was made for a first down.
Offside, number 94, defense lined up in the neutral zone. Now penalties decline. Play results in a first down.
By 3. Romo hands it off to Murray, runs into his fullback Vickers, bounces the other way for a first down and more. Ever do that to you?
And those types of things help through that situation.
On 2nd and inches, it's Murray. And he picks up a first down. Tony Romo told us on Friday, play clock at 1. Murray tries to bounce it to the outside, and he is tripped up. It was Will Smith. 2nd and 16. Romo throws to his right, and it's Witten. Play clock at 1. Cowboys must get to the 20-yard line. Romo with time. He throws and could not make the connection with Bryant. An attempt. He's hit on his last 12 this season. And Bailey's kick from 47 yards out. Tied at 17. Cowboys and Saints. Ferguson. Saints start from their own 20. This is Ingram. Ingram takes it out across.
Drew Brees is going to feast on.
Second down and 5 as Brees throws. He was looking to lead the Texans by 13. So if any of those teams hang on to win, Saints would officially be eliminated. They continue this drive with a reception out at the 41-yard line. Only the 2nd catch for Graham today. Has 71 on the season. 99 last year. Position. 2nd down and 5. Ingram. Oh, beautiful tackle, and there's a flag. Anthony Spencer.
Holding, number 69, offense. That penalty's declined. Third down.
Saints must get to the Cowboys 49. Pass was deflected and then nearly picked off by Jenkins. His 30-yard line, a 63-yard punt earlier. Wayne Harris back deep. Angled towards the sideline. Comes down out of bounds. Albert Mack replaces Greer. From the 16 on first down. Romo with loads of time, and then he throws short. He was looking for Witten. Second down and 10. 3 wide receivers set. High snap. Inside handoff to Murray. And Murray's up to the 18-yard line. We check. Play clock at 1. Cowboys must get to the 26. Romo moving to his right. Hit as he throws. And Miles Austin unable to make the catch. Cowboys scored their touchdowns on back-to-back possessions. In the second quarter, they added a field goal during the third. Takes a Cowboys bounce and roll. Rolls out of bounds. From the 27 on first down, Breeze dumps it off underneath to Thomas. Time for another game break. Giants still in the mix as well. Breeze on the slant. It's Lance Moore down to the 35-yard line. Play clock winding down. A pump fake, and then he throws, and it's behind Colston, but there is a flag.
Pass interference, number 98, defense, ball in place at the spot of the foul, first down.
On first down, it's Sproles. Sproles out to the 43.
The month of December, so kind of gotten those two situations resolved.
Breeze on 2nd and 5, and Jimmy Graham thought about running before he had possession. Breeze to the outside and sends the ball with a hard hit on Sproles. Morstead back at his own 30. Wayne Harris lets it go.
That's a little bit too far out to let that punt go. We used to work on the 8-yard line is our area to let him go. That's a little bit far out.
On first down, it's DeMarco Murray coming out of the end zone. Losing the football. Saints say they have it, and they do.
That was Curtis Lofton going and attacking the ball. You see his hand on it right here, ripping it out.
You know what, that's too close. I think the play would stand as called on the field.
You'll see.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball came out prior to the knees being down. First down, New Orleans.
First and goal from the 5. Breeze to the end zone, and it's broken up. Claiborne on the coverage. On 2nd and goal off the fake to Thomas. Passes off the hand of Sproles. Incomplete. Third and goal. Breeze looking end zone. He throws. Touchdown. Pierre Thomas. With 4 minutes remaining here in the third, Harris will take a knee. And the Cowboys will start from their own. Jones in the backfield for the Cowboys, who has seen limited action today. Not DeMarco Murray. As Romo checks it down to the tight end, Hanna. Murray with that completion to Hanna. Romo sets a new franchise record for passing yards, breaks his old record. Passing yards in one season. From the 31, the play is blown dead. It's a false start.
Ryan Cook just didn't snap the ball on that play. Everybody moved but him.
False start, number 82, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
First and 15. Romo looked left, throws right. It was deflected and then nearly picked off. Cam Jordan led to the go-ahead score for the Saints. Second down at 15. Romo with time. Over the top, it's Murray. And Murray Running hard out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Play clock at 1. Romo near side, and Murray could not make the catch. All 5 of Bryant's receptions coming before halftime. Sproles will let it bounce. And it takes a Cowboys roll. All the way down inside the 2.
So heavily weighted divisionally in the last month. It's going to be fantastic.
Here's Ingram, and this NFC East battle must bring back so many memories for you, thinking back to the corner. Breeze moving to his right on 2nd and 8, complete to Colston. As we start the 4th, 3rd down and 2 for New Orleans, and Pierre Thomas able to pick up a first down. From the 16 on first down, it's Victor Butler who wraps up Thomas for a loss. Crown. As long as the Giants lose a game and the Cowboys win next week, still so many scenarios. As Thomas takes it out to the 19-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Breeze throws wide open. Jimmy Graham for a Saints first down out to the 35.
Defensive backs with his eyes looking one way, let Jimmy Graham come across the middle, and then throw the ball to him.
Here's Ingram, and Breeze doing it against the Cowboys defense. Pro Bowl the last 6 years representing the Dallas Cowboys. 2nd down and 9. Breeze a pump fake, and then it is batted down. 5, 3rd down and 9. Breeze throws, and it's Colston who makes the catch and breaks free. Marcus Colston inside the 20, the 10, and he's shoved out of bounds.
Really caught in a bad situation right there with only 9.
First and goal from the 3 to the end zone. David Thomas with a Saints touchdown. 98 yards. The longest drive of the season, the big play.
Very methodical.
3 touchdown passes for Breeze. Now 39 on the season. Cowboys. Des Bryant without a catch here in the 2nd half. And there's a drop by Austin. Pulled out one of their corners, Jabari Greer. Donnie Patrick in for Greer. Romo over the top. Murray. Lofton with the hit. Incomplete. Romo on 3rd and 10, throws, and it's Bryant. His first catch of the 2nd half. Out to the 46-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Miles Austin could not. Oceans, top of the screen to the left. And it's Romo again looking for Austin. Cowboys must get to the Saints 44. Romo, pump fake, hit from behind, down he goes. Getting Saints leading by 14. Sproles lets it go. Bounces into the end zone. Saints will start. Eliminates the New Orleans Saints, who needed 10 different things to happen to make the playoffs. So the Vikings win. Officially ends the board on their next possession as well. Big hole for Darren Sproles. From the 39.
I've seen DeMarcus wear it.
2nd down and 9 off the fake to Sproles. Breeze checks it down to Sproles. And he has a Saints first down across midfield. Warren Moon on that list earlier today. Now at exactly 4,000. Thomas tries to bounce it to the outside, and Brandon Carr. So the NFC East division crowd will come down to week 17. It's a false start against the Saints, who lead this game by 14.
False start, number 80, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Washington wins a big one. Kenny move.
All right, thanks, Patrick. The handoff to Darren Sproles.
The little mistakes, and you can go back to the Kansas City game. There's certain games that they'll go back to this year and said, if we'd have just taken care of business there, we wouldn't have put ourselves in the position we did this season.
Catch is made by Graham. 17, midway through the third quarter. Saints capitalizing on a Dallas turnover, a DeMarco Murray fumble. They scored touchdowns on 2 straight possessions, and how about Courtney Roby initially keeping it out of the end zone, but now sliding in is Martez Wilson. It's a touchback.
They've been pretty good this afternoon.
Romo out of the shotgun on first down. To the outside is Bryant, who had a huge first half.
Came out so much to play action. It's been non-existent here in the second half.
Second down and 3. Romo sets. Now he fires downfield. It is Bryant who makes the catch. At the Saints.
3:55 left on the clock.
Cowboys with 2 timeouts remaining. They need a pair of touchdowns. Murray picks up a Dallas first down. 3 wide receiver set. Romo fakes the handoff. Now throws, pass intended for 8 receptions today, 220 yards. There he is, bottom of your screen. Romo backpedaling, throws, end zone. It's Harris for a Cowboys touchdown.
What do I know, Kenny?
Back shoulder throw.
Guy Miles in the middle. Dwayne Harris on the outside.
Touchdown pass today. Bailey the extra point.
Our team believes we can win that game, and they've got an opportunity to do that right here.
Deep kickoff by Bailey. Sproles takes it out. We welcome those of you who have 2 timeouts remaining. On first down, it is Ingram. Second down and 5. Pass from Breeze is caught by Jimmy Graham. From the 26 on first down, it is Ingram. As we hit the 2-minute warning.
Or handball timeout.
So now, second down and 11. Sproles bottled up. And the Cowboys will, if the Cowboys hold the Saints here, they will get the ball back. Breeze on third down under pressure from Hatcher. He throws, and Colston able to make the catch.
You stay on sides here. Also.
They do. Terrific kick by Morstead. Wayne Harris takes it out to 7. Harris tries to turn upfield. And he is finally tackled by Travaris Cadet. Outs from the 36-yard line, trailing by 7. Romo to the far side to Marco Murray. And Murray up the sidelines, picks up some huge extra yardage before. From the Saints 42. Romo steps up, drops it off to Des Bryant. Beautiful tackle by Patrick Robinson. Under a minute remaining. Second down and 6 from the Saints 38. Romo fires. It's Witten. Jason Witten. Taken down just inside the 20. But Romo directing traffic. And he will stop the clock with 32 seconds remaining. It remains 19-yard line. Romo looking right. Throws it out of bounds. Romo on third down to the end zone, out of the reach of Witten. Everybody out. Romo on fourth down to the end zone. Touchdown! Miles Austin!
Going and bringing it in.
Bailey the extra point. We are tied.
This during the course of this win streak that they're on, winning these games at the end the way they have.
But they haven't won yet. 31 all, 15 seconds remaining. Pierre Thomas on the return. A touchdown on the opening possession in overtime ends the game. Field goal does not.
They thought we were going to get to overtime, except on the Dallas fans. Holy cow.
Dallas fans who watched their team win in overtime, putting possession of overtime. If they kick a field goal, Saints will have an opportunity. Romo to the near side to Witten for a Cowboys first down. The all-time record by a tight end. 102 receptions in a season. Cowboys keep it on the ground on first down with Murray. And he's bottled up.
Gonzalez, a big Jason Witten fan, too. We've had Atlanta a couple times and talked to him about the tight ends in the NFL.
He breaks the record. Now 103. Cowboys must get to the 41. Romo sets and throws. He was looking for Bryant. Robinson on the coverage. So back at his own 23. Makes a Cowboys bounce. Scooped up by Sproles at the 18. Out of bounds at the 26.
Two guys right here that are in right now get a little pressure on Drew Brees.
And that is a huge loss, Goose. Brees on first down, wide open. Jimmy Graham takes it across midfield into Cowboys territory. Are in Cowboys territory. Cowboys stay alive, though, no matter the result. With a huge game against the Redskins next Sunday. Here, Thomas. Very tough to bring him down.
At least get something.
Cowboys forced a key turnover against Pittsburgh in overtime last week. They'd love to do it again. Sproles now set up to the right of Drew Brees. Third down and 3. It's Graham. And he picks up a huge New Orleans Saints catch. His 7th of the game. He set it down for the Saints from the 34-yard line. Sensabaugh comes up. Second down at 9. Brees complete, and then the ball pops loose. And it rolls all the way down to the 2-yard line.
The previous play will be reviewed.
I don't know if that was a catch, Dal. It seemed like that he never had control of that ball.
The other thing is, it looks like Jimmy Graham has the recovery down there at that point. I think he's got control, Tony.
Yeah.
But did you see they ruled Dallas ball?
Yeah, they did, and then they changed it. Now they're saying it's New Orleans ball on the 2.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Catch, fumble, recovery by New Orleans. The New Orleans first and goal.
Chase Daniel will place it down. Hartley for the win. His kick is good. So the New Orleans Saints come away with the victory in overtime, despite the Cowboys coming back from 14 points down to the final 4 minutes. Dallas very much stays alive. There will be scoreboard watching with the Giants and Ravens underway, and then the Cowboys and the Redskins next Sunday. But the Saints win this one 34-31. America's Game of the Week is next.